The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Welcome to the program. Hi, it's the Ron Van Dam Show. I'm one of the people mentioned in the title. Thanks for being here. I do this once a week in this fantastic studio with dark walls and light coming up from the bottom. And I move my hands and my mouth. I do radio. I've been doing it for 30 years. Once a week I come in here, and I still don't know why. What to tell you. Anyway, how you doing? You're looking very nice today. Ooh, you're looking especially nice. Lovely. You see, that was so easy to do. It's called complimenting people. And when you compliment people, they naturally like you. If you're looking for people to like you, I'm not one of those people, but if you are looking for someone to like you or to love you, compliment them constantly, or at least a lot, and you will find that your relationship is so much better. It's such a simple thing to do. More than half the time we're lying about it because they don't look that nice. But if you say something that's pleasurable to their ears, they all of a sudden want to be around you. I like to be around this person because this person compliments me. They appreciate me for the way I am. No, they don't. They're saying things to you to make you feel better. But that's a win-win because you feel better when you give the compliment because you're getting the love, and you feel better getting the compliment because you're getting the love. So everybody's happy, but it's not always true. So, my advice to you, and I know that you didn't ask me, but my advice to you is compliment people, even if you don't mean it. You have to be a little bit of an actor or an actress, whatever the case may be, depending on your background. You have to be convincing, shall I say? Some of the things that work are, did you lose weight? Do that. Do that a lot. Sometimes that works. Oh, you're looking very, very nice today. Is that a new face? Did you wash your hair today? You're looking very nice. Oh, wow. You're really, that's great to see you. You're so influential. You're so smart. You're so intelligent. You are so intelligent. You are one of the smartest people I know. Of all the people I know, and I know about 6 people, you are the smartest person ever within that group of 6, or at least in the top 5. You're really, you're just really, you're very attractive. You're very attractive. Don't take me wrong. I'm not interested. I'm just saying you are an attractive person. Things like that. You will have whatever you want. You will get whatever you want in life. You will get people to love you and want to be with you. You will get your way. Are you schmoozing? Are you doing it artificially? Sure, of course. But, whatever. I warn you, if you do this, and you will have more people around you if you do, if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, I caution you, because if you do it too much, then people will think, oh, this is phony. This person's becoming annoying now. They just won't shut up. They just keep complimenting me, and it's getting a little creepy. So you have to do it every once in a while. Not all the time. Don't do anything all the time. But do it like every once in a while. It's so simple to do. Also, be careful of the way that you phrase it. I gave an example earlier that, hey, did you lose weight? That sounds like a compliment. And what you're saying is the person is looking slimmer than usual. But the connotation can be, oh, did you think I was fat before? See, and then we're going in bad places. Then your compliment has turned into a controversial problem. So be careful on how you phrase these things, It's like when you go to a wedding and and the groom puts on a tuxedo and combs his hair for the first time in years, and the guests say, "You clean up nice." That's supposed to be a compliment. It means you look really good, but most of the time you look like crap. So be careful how you phrase it. But the groom at a wedding, he didn't care. He didn't care what you're saying. Oh, thank you. I don't know what the hell you're talking. I'm in a daze. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I'm getting married. I don't care what you tell me, but thanks for the compliment. If that's what it is, thanks. Let's move on. Let's stop it now. Let's just get married and get the hell out of here. That's the groom for you. And the bride, what do you say to the bride? You clean up nice? You never say that to a bride. She'll kill you. Literally. No, you don't say you clean up well. You say, you are the prettiest bride I have ever seen. Oh, come on. You've seen prettier brides in a swap meet. Give me a break. That's a horrible example, by the way. You've seen prettier brides. We all know you have. But, it makes her feel good. But she spent the time, you see. She had people helping her with her makeup and getting her into that dress that she wouldn't otherwise fit in, and, making her hair, every single hair on her head perfect, and the lipstick and the heels and spent thousands on the dress. So she knows that she usually doesn't look like that. She gets it. But some people go too far. That you are the most beautiful bride I have ever seen. Okay, thanks, but come on. We do that with babies. We all do that. We do, because having a baby is such a tender moment. You can't screw that up. You'll be sent directly to hell. Not that that's a destination anymore, but just the same, You can't, but people say, oh my God, your baby, that is the most adorable baby I have ever seen in my life. No, it's not. Actually, the kid's a little wrinkly and prunish, but oh my God, your baby's adorable. Your baby is amazing. It's a baby. I can't deliver a baby because my uterus is out of commission at this particular time. So I can't deliver a baby, but when a woman delivers her baby, obviously she's quite sensitive to that particular subject matter. So you can't, isn't my baby beautiful? Not really. No, not remarkable in the least. But I'd look like that too if I just took a trip down one of your canals. I'm not, no, it's not beautiful, but you can't say that. You can't say that. So you say the complimentary, oh, that's the most beautiful baby I've ever seen in my life. So, in other words, what I'm saying is you can overdo the compliments. Just be very, very careful because we all know it's crap. We all know it's crap, except for the receiver. The receiver sometimes is just so caught up in the moment, they don't even realize that you're lying to them. That is the most beautiful baby I've ever seen. I know, right? Oh, okay. You bought that? Fine. That's nice. Good. Fine. Got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. You got to be careful what you say. I was asked to do some babysitting. At my age, who would want me to babysit? Come on. And I was wondering when they asked me, of course I turned it down because I said I had COVID, even though I didn't. I'll go to any lengths. I'll go to any length not to do something, even coming up with a disease. I mean, whatever it takes. But I was asked to do babysitting, and I turned it down quite handily and quite quickly. Because I don't like to sit on babies. Where did that phrase come from? Who came up with that? I don't know. You don't know. I'm not going to check it online because it's too stupid to do that. It's embarrassing. Babysitting. You are not sitting on a baby. That's disgusting. Or would you come over to my house and sit on my baby? Nobody says that. But they do use the same words. Would you come over to my house and babysit? All right, where's the baby? Put it on the chair and I'll sit on it. No, that's not what I mean, my God. Take me so literally. Because that's what you said. Who came up with that phrase, babysitting? That's disgusting. What mother would want somebody to sit on their baby? It's not a bird egg. My God. Can you come over and watch my baby? Yeah, fine. I can watch your baby or my baby. Well, I don't even have a baby. I'll watch your baby. Yeah, fine. You're gonna pay me? Yeah. Then parents come home like an hour later. My God, the house is a mess. The baby's crying. There's food all over the place. I asked you to watch my baby. Yeah, I watched your baby do stuff and watched your baby ruin the kitchen and put magic marker on your walls. Yeah, I watched it. I saw it. Okay, I saw it. You asked me to watch your baby. I did. This is what your baby did. So what do you want me to do? You didn't say stop my baby. You said watch my baby. And I did. Will you watch my kids? What are they going to do? I'll watch them. They can do anything they want. I'll just sit back and watch them. Go on, kids. I'm watching you. I'm watching the baby. I'm watching the kids. I will not babysit. There's 3 things I will not do for anybody anymore. I will not babysit. I will not drive you to the airport, certainly not around here. And I will not help you move. And if you think for one moment that I am so cheap and so stupid as to say to me, if you help me move, I'll get a pizza. What? What? I'm going to move pianos and couches and tables for you, and my payment is going to be a slice of pizza? I don't think so. By the way, it's not pizza. It's pizza. There is no T in the word pizza. But we do it anyway. So no, I won't do this. I will drive family members to the airport. I have done that. And that serves 2 purposes. So I've done that before. Yes, I have done that. But I will not do that for a friend because I don't know what a friend is anymore. I don't know the definition of the word friend because I'm on Facebook. And I don't know why I am. I've been told that I should be, so that's where I am. If you have a radio program or a product or something, you have to be on Facebook. Just shut up and be on it. And I don't care if you like it or you know what to do with it. You just do it and shut up. So that's what I do. I have a media manager. She's not doing a great job, I'll tell you right now. But I don't know what to tell. I don't know that she's not doing a good job because I don't know what she's doing. I have no idea what she's doing. I think she's doing all right. I mean, I have results, but I don't know how many results I'm supposed to have or what she's supposed to do. That's why I hired her, because I don't know what the hell's going on with the Facebook thing. And I know that I have like hundreds upon hundreds and thousands of Facebook friends. Friends? No, these are Facebook things, people that somehow think they know me and I'm supposed to possibly like something. I don't understand this relationship anymore. They're not friends. I don't even know where they live. I don't even know their names. I can't pronounce their names. I have no idea who they are. Do you ever get requests from Facebook, Facebook friend, and it's obviously for men. It's some kind of like female model who's standing there in a bathing suit. Baby suit. I got babysitting on my mind. She's posing in a bathing suit, and then you look at her feed, I guess, with her posts and everything, and they're all pictures of her posing practically nude. And sure, yeah, we can be friends. What? No, stop it. Stop it. It's probably some fat slob in their basement in Bulgaria or something. Come on. So I don't know what friends are anymore. I just don't. I don't know the definition of it. I have many acquaintances and many people that I don't know who are connected to me by absolutely nothing other than an internet connection, and I don't know who they are, and I don't really care, but there's a lot of them. So I'm paying somebody to be my social media manager to find me people whom I have no connection with, except for the fact that we're married page-wise. Other than that, I don't even understand what's going on with that. I'm from the old days. I was on the broadcast radio for, 25 years, something like that, at least. And people just listened, and I didn't know how many there were. The radio station doesn't tell you how many people are listening. It could be 10, could be a million. I have no idea. That's the way we did things in the good old days. We had no idea what was going on. Now we have the internet where we told what's going on, but we still have no idea. I don't know. Okay, for the last portion of the show, I'm going to warn you about... Oh, it's only 15 minutes in? Jesus, this is a long one. I'm going to warn you about something that happened to me, and I think that's why I'm here. I think it's community service. I think it's like I'm serving a jail term by serving my community, and that's what it feels like. And it could be true. I really don't know. In my basement, I have a basement. Some people call it a cellar. Ugh, that's dingy. Basement, better. I have a basement, and in it I have some large boxes. In those boxes are photographs and pictures, some of them framed, most of them not. And they were taken by various people, including myself, throughout my life. As you can see, as I'm sitting here, I'm a little bit older than 12. So there's a lot of pictures. And some of them were taken by my parents when I was just a little child, a little tiny, tiny child. I have those pictures. And then I have pictures of myself growing up through my entire lifetime. Let me warn you about something, because I now am faced with going through these boxes because, I should. But in going through all these photographs and reviewing my life picture by picture, I'm getting the feeling that I'm doing some type of a review of my life, and it's like it's a remembrance thing. It's just like, whoa, okay, this is getting a little bit serious here. I don't know if I really want to sit here and review my entire life at this moment. But I'm going to do it through pictures, apparently, and that's the most realistic, in-your-face way of doing this. Sure, you can have memories in your head, which, by the way, you have less of as you get older. Brain cells, gone. Hey, where'd that brain cell go? Hey, come back. It's not coming back. But we have pictures. Some of them deteriorate. Most of them don't, unfortunately. But some of them get really crinkly, and if you handle them wrong, they'll just disintegrate. I'm not there yet with that. So now I'm faced with sitting down going through these boxes. And I started doing it a couple of days ago. And I want to tell you, because we have a relationship. It's a perfect relationship where I don't know who you are and you don't contact me at all. And this is like perfect. But I care about you. That's a compliment. I don't know if it's going to work or not because I did the backstory earlier in the show. But I care about you more than I care about anybody else. Don't do it. If you have to go through boxes of pictures that reviews your life since you were a young child, don't do it. It will depress you. It will make you feel like you're reviewing your life because this is it. And in a way, it's true because nothing else happens. There's a point in life, I think it's around 40 years old. I'm not sure, but I think it's 40 if I recall, where nothing happens anymore of any real consequence. Nothing. There are no more first times of doing anything. You don't have to dream about getting married or having a white picket fence. By 40, you've pretty much gotten somewhere. Maybe you haven't reached all your goals, but you pretty much know which ones are not going to be met at that point. Some people call it a midlife crisis. Others call it a realization of this is probably it. Not much more is going to happen here. The first part of your life, I would say from the ages of like 2 all the way up until maybe 22, maybe 23. We're going to try to squeeze in 25. In that short period of time, tons of things happen. First time driving, first time drinking, first jobs, first sexual experience, first date, first going steady, first love, first marriage, first children, first places to go, first vacation spots, first place to travel, first everything, first car, everything. And then around 40, the firsts are over. Now, of course, some people extend this into their 50s. But even then, by 50, you're starting to re-experience the things you already really did. And you're doing them again because you liked them before. It's kind of... There are some new things, but not a lot. New things would be Social Security, maybe a couple of discounts at Dunkin' Donuts because you're a senior. Beyond that, not much. Not much. Your first hip replacement, your first knee surgery, those are exciting. Your first colonoscopy, who can't wait for that? But basically, we're kind of done here. But that's not even the real sting when you're looking at your photographs, reviewing your life. The real sting, I hope you're sitting down, because I am. The real sting, this is why you should not do this. Don't go through those pictures. The real sting is looking at pictures of yourself when you were a teenager and a young adult. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you looked young then. You looked the best that you're ever going to look. Nothing was deteriorated at that point. It was good. You were healthy. You had no skin problems. For the most part, some of you did. You were bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, full of hope. You could see it in the pictures. You were smiling in the pictures, not the fake smile. Come on, everybody smile. Give me a smile. Hey, you in the back. Come on, give me a smile. Come on now. Give me a smile. Not that fake stuff. You really smiled. You really had everything in front of you and in command. You were really happy back then. Of course, some people not. I know some of your family relationships and your youth was quite traumatic. I understand that. But you looked good. You looked good. You looked good. Your skin was soft and lovely like milk cream. I don't know the analogy. I'm just making that up. You had plenty of hair. You were thin. Some of you were fat and overweight, but still you were attractive. Maybe the clothes were a little funky back then, but that was more of a funny thing than it was a bad thing. You looked good. Oh, look at me. Look at the way I used to look. I was dating. I was having a good time. I was free. I had some money. I didn't have a lot of money, but I had something. Oh, I long for those days again to be young. As soon as you think that, you shouldn't have gone through the pictures. That's not going to make you happy. That's going to depress you to some extent. So my warning to you is don't do it. Don't do it. You'll be tempted to do it. Don't do it. If you have to do it, don't do it alone. Don't do it. Your things are bad enough the way they are. You're stressed out. You're like on the way to like crazy land. So don't do it yourself. You're like one snap of the fingers away from depression. I know you. Don't do it yourself. Don't do it yourself. Do it with a loved one if you can find someone like that, or with a friend or something, so that when you look at these pictures of yourself in your youth, that it still stings, but you can't just sit there and sob, or you have to because you're with somebody else. So you got to be kind of cool. And that's my advice to you. It's not difficult. See what you can do. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, it's interesting when you look through those pictures and don't do it. It's interesting to see which ones you framed. And they're not displayed. They're not on a wall. They're in a box, quite obviously. That's this problem here. That's what we're going through. But it's interesting to see which ones were framed, either because somebody thought that picture was really good, or you thought that picture was so bad you weren't about to put that on a wall. Well, I'll frame it, but I'm going to put it in a box. Usually it's a gift to you. Here's a picture of everybody together, and I framed it. Oh, isn't that wonderful? I'll hang it up someday. Where's the box? Where's the box? Yeah, I know. I know you. I don't know you, but I know you. Last thing I want to talk about is hoarding. Hoarding. It costs a lot of money to get rid of things. You have to call these junk people. There's a company called 1-800-JUNK. 1-800-JOKE. They'll tell you a joke. It's 1-800-JUNK, and they have in the commercials, on the television commercials, they have these people running around just pointing to things, and there's a little spark coming out of their finger, and then the stuff's all gone, and the people are just ecstatic. Like they love getting rid of their junk. And it's true. It's a very cleansing feeling. Of course, 1-800-JUNK is also 1-800-pay a lot of money to have the stuff removed, but that's besides the point. They're fairly expensive. However, that's one side of the coin. People excited about getting rid of stuff they're not using. For the most part, the higher percentage of Americans don't want to part with their stuff. They know it's in the way, but they don't want to part, because these days, security equals being surrounded by my stuff. This is my I never use it. I never touched it. I don't even know what's in those boxes. But it's my stuff. It's my stuff. And that's a problem. That's a problem. It's hard to get rid of things because it's your stuff. There's probably some dead cats under all those papers in that room. I don't know what that stench is. It could be lunch from 2002. I don't know. But people don't want to get rid of their stuff. Sometimes it takes a friend or a psychologist or something, or maybe a priest, to help you get rid of stuff because you just cannot let go. And those kinds of people, psychologically, here comes a deep thought. People who hoard probably are people that can't get past their past. They can't move on. They have no need or want to move on in life. They need something to hold them back, to ground them to where they are. If I get rid of everything around me, I'll be out in the middle of nowhere. And it's odd. It's very odd. So I've broken society down to two things: hoarding and not hoarding. It's difficult. It's a good time in the winter to go through your stuff, your pictures, I suppose, stuff in boxes that you haven't seen in decades. You know you don't need them, but you keep them anyway. And call the junk people. There's plenty of companies that will remove your junk. They won't take your wife, but that's a joke. That's a joke. Of course they'll take her. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. Stop it. Cut it out. Before I leave, because I do a show like this, I want to just remind you that I am performing. I am really a loving, carefree individual who smiles consistently. I love people, and I love animals and everything around me and everything including it. So this is all an act. I'd play the part of the grumpy guy that hates everything, but it's all an act. That's all I'm telling you. I'm out of here. I'll be back next week with a brand new program, but until then, I wish you peace.